Hi everyone, welcome back to Mobility and Mindfulness. For today, we are going to be doing 10 minutes of mobility work to address knee pain. So for equipment, what I did was make myself a slant board. So I found a piece of wood in my garage and I'm using my single step to prop it up on, and I put it with a towel on it so I don't splinter my feet. But that's what I made into a slant board. And then I'm also going to use an ottoman for an elevated surface for one of the exercises. Some of you may not need that. That's what you need. Let's do it. Okay, everyone, the first exercise we're going to do is on the ground in hands and knees. This exercise is actually for your big toe. It is very important that your big toe has the ability to flex as you walk, as you move, as you run, as you jump. So how we stretch that out is to get into hands and knees. You're going to put your toes flexed underneath you, and then what you're trying to do is sit back into your heels. So the idea is you are giving your big toe a big stretch into extension. So again, if you can't go that far and you need to start with your hips up, that's okay. So remember, you are trying to listen to your body. Don't force it. You are just trying to ease into that stretch. So this is for the big toe. I want to show you what I'm talking about exactly. So our big toes need to go back. And so that's what we're doing with this exercise, is we are stretching them into extension. So both toes flex underneath. You are trying to sit your hips back into your heels, keeping your toes flexed. And again, listen to your body. Does one toe feel easier to bend than the other? Could be. So you want to listen and not push it. So don't force it. And I'm going to come off of it and then come back on. And again, sit down into it. Stretch that big toe. Need more extension in our big toes. Okay? So we're sitting into that stretch, coming off of it, and sit back. And again, watch that your toes are bending straight back. Some people have bunions, be careful of that. But we still need movement there. So it's not to say you shouldn't do it. It's just that you might be a little bit different. Okay, again, now we're going to move on. We are going to a calf stretch. So that's why we made the slant board. So I'm going to start by stretching my right foot. I'm going to use a wall for assistance, and I am keeping my heel on the floor. Now again, everybody will be different in terms of how much they can feel this stretch, and if it's too much, you need to back off a little bit. So I might lower my foot down. I'm trying to put my foot as high on the slant board as I can to get a really good stretch into that right calf. Now, as you get more flexible, you should be able to lean your hip past your toes. Notice I am very tight. It is hard for me to do that. I am leaning my hip as far as my body will allow without lifting my heel off of the ground. So this is a big stretch for me. I'm going to keep holding it because we're holding it for a solid minute. And then we're going to switch sides. Okay. Okay, switch sides. So now left foot down, right foot is just supported. And again, you are leaning your body into the stretch where it feels comfortable, and give yourself just that calming, relaxing breathing so that you feel that good stretch behind the lower leg. So notice that my knee is straight as I am doing this, and then I'm trying to lean my hip forward to stretch the calf, so the gastroc. That's what we're stretching. Okay. So just stretch it again as far as is comfortable for you. Using a slant board would be ideal. Okay, again, our hips are moving forward if we can. I feel like I might be able to move a little bit farther. Okay, good stretch in that calf. Big stretch. Moving into our third exercise. So now this is where this ottoman comes in. I am going to start with my right, putting my foot on the ottoman. Now I am leaning forward into the step, trying to drop my butt down towards the surface. Now this is the exercise that if you have flexibility, enough flexibility, you could try to do this on the ground. Notice what I'm doing is also allowing my knee to go past my toes. So I'm doing a full knee flexion while I'm dropping my hip down. So I'm going to come off of that and then go back down. Full knee flexion, drop the pelvis towards the surface. It's a little bit of a stretch here in my hip flexor on the other side, but the point is drop that knee forward, drop the pelvis down. The comment is ass to grass. I did grab this exercise from the group of knees over toes, which is an excellent group to follow, I'm not going to lie. So keep those hips down, and then that was our halfway. Sorry, switch sides. So left foot up, lean into it, knee past the toe, drop the pelvis down to the ground. Starting on an elevated surface, should feel good, come out of it. And drop down again, knee over toe, and up. Good. Knee over toe. Feel that good stretch into the glute, into the hip, into the knee, and up, and down. Split squat, knee past toe, great range of motion.
5 seconds.
And up. Last one. Okay, that one's a good one. Moving on to butterfly stretch. So this one, pretty classic. Feet on the floor together. Lay down, babes. And then pushing your elbows down into your knees. We're trying to bring those knees closer to the floor. The goal is to get them as close to the floor as we can. Opening the inner thigh, opening the hips. So push down, and then you can do a little contract, relax. So push against your elbows, and then push down again. Bella, go lay down. Lay down. Go lay down. And then push up into your elbows, and then push your knees down. And then push up into your elbows, and push the knees down. Good job, everybody. Feel that pressure. You could use some weights on your knees if you wanted to add some extra resistance to push your knees towards the ground. That's up to you. I like to push with my elbows. I feel like I get a good pressure there. Push up into my elbows, and then release, push them down. It's a good stretch. Good job, everybody. And then up again, and push down. And again, push up into your elbows, and then release down. Feel that good stretch, it's opening those hips. 10 more seconds, push up, and release down.
5 seconds.
Good job, everybody. One more exercise. Okay, we're moving into our last exercise. This is the one where I am going to put my ottoman over this way so that I can use it as a backdrop. I'm going to grab something to put my knee on, and then you're putting that foot back here on the ottoman. The cushion is for your front knee. You are now doing the quad stretch, which is now tucking your stomach in, engaging your glute as you pull back here. So glute is tight. I am letting my hips go back towards my foot, stretching the quad here into the front of my left thigh right now. And then release, go leaning forward into that front leg. Now we're stretching the hip flexor on that on that back leg. And then bring it back. Again, engage your glute. So try to contract your glute muscle here. Allow that stretch into the quad. This is a big stretch into the front of the leg. That is switch. Okay, everybody, out of that position. Now we're going to switch sides. Right foot up on the ottoman, right knee on the towel. Sorry, left foot up in front. Now again, right glute, engage, contract that glute. Bring the hips back towards your foot. Stretch that right quad. Okay, lean forward. Now, stretch that hip flexor. Hip flexor in the front on the right side. That's what you're stretching now. Trying to lean forward as far as I can here on that left. Now pull it back again. Again, engage your glute. So I'm really squeezing my glute as I'm pushing my hips backwards, getting a big stretch into that quad in my right leg right now. Then lean again forward. Lunge, hip flexor, front of the right leg. And now release it back. Again, the glute. All right, everybody. That is 10 minutes of mobility work for knee pain. Let's move on to mindfulness.
And today I'll be introducing a technique for alleviating work stress. We'll be using the sound of a bell to deepen awareness and relaxation. Start by taking a comfortable position, holding your back nice and tall, taking a posture that allows the breath to flow easily without constriction. Rest your hands effortlessly in your lap and close your eyes. Relax the forehead, making sure your brows aren't wrinkled. And bring a soft smile to your lips. As you smile, you might notice yourself letting go and relaxing even deeper. And now bring your attention to the physical sensation of breathing by taking a few deep breaths. Feel the air filling up your lungs and then releasing. And now let your breath fall into a natural rhythm as you consciously identify each in-breath and each out-breath. Feel the breath flowing in. Feel the breath flowing out. Connecting with my breath as I breathe in. Relaxing into my body as I breathe out. Connecting, relaxing. peaceful as I breathe in. Feeling my body settle as I breathe out. Peaceful, settling. Feeling my tension release as I breathe in. Feeling ease in my heart as I breathe out. Tension release. Ease in my heart. And now, gently relax your attention. Today, we'll be exploring the challenge of work stress. And for many of us, stress is a regular part of our workday. Whether we're rushing to meet deadlines or picking up the slack for a sick colleague, the work environment can be a place of overwhelm. And we often have this idea that if we just keep pushing ourselves, we'll accomplish more and more. But if we neglect self-care and run on fumes, we pay the price in the form of poor concentration and lost productivity. To quote the Tao Te Ching, staying constantly sharpened wears out the blade. The stress hormone is so automatic and unconscious, it happens below our radar. One of the benefits of mindfulness is that it helps us notice when we're overwhelmed. That way, we can take a pause and hit the reset button. When we stop, even for a 1-minute meditation, we give the mind a break so we can return to work rejuvenated. So I'd like to propose an exercise. After today's meditation, use a stopwatch to time how many breaths you can take in 1 minute. Take slow, deep breaths, and each time you breathe a complete inhale and exhale, count 1. When you reach 1 minute, make a note of how many breaths you took. Then, the next time you're at work and you notice that you're stressed or anxious, close your eyes and breathe that exact number of breaths, counting slowly in your head. Once you finish, you'll have taken a mindful minute. Though it may seem counterintuitive to pause when work is piling up, this practice helps reduce overwhelm and increases productivity. As Ramez Sasson said, learn to calm down the winds of your mind, and you will enjoy great inner peace. And as we near the end of the session, gently awaken the senses. Hear sounds in the background. And when you're ready, open your eyes. I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Calm. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Wow, that's a great reminder. And I am definitely going to put that into practice when I am working, because I think there are times that I feel overwhelmed and I just need a minute. So that is a great, great little skill right there. I am thankful for warm weather. It's finally starting to feel a little bit like spring, and I am grateful for that. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.